Hello class 10 student. Today I am going to continue from the chapter history lesson number 4, that is Jorhat Sarvanik Sabha. In the last class we discussed about the Rayat Sabha and Aham Sabha. So the Jorhat Sarvanik Sabha was founded in 1884 by Jagannath Borua. At Jorhat. And before the organization which were open like Aham Sabha or Rayat Sabha or Assam Satra Sammilan or whatever that we have discussed about the Assamia Bhasha Unnati Satini Sabha. So these sabhas were hardly a political organization, but Jorhat Sarvanik Sabha was full-fledgedly a political organization. And in the future of the Jorhat Sabha, during those times, it developed, it influenced in the political system of the country, and also it interfered with the British political system. The founder president of the Sabha was Raja Narayanan. That means the first president of the Sabha, Raja Narayanan Sinha, and Jagannath Borua became the secretary. So at that time, Jagannath Borua, at his young age, he was studying at Presidency College, Calcutta. Always remember, Presidency College at Calcutta. Now we term Calcutta as Kolkata. The spelling was changed and the pronunciation was changed, but in history we will term Kolkata as Calcutta because we will study either way, because in those times it was termed in this way. Jagannath Joy, as he was studying in Calcutta at Presidency College, he was inspired by the work of various patriot association. So some of the association like Indian Association and other association which were started in Bengal previously. So he wanted to form a similar association in Assam. And as previously that I have already mentioned about this organization, it has the same category of objectives, like to represent the aspiration and grievances of the people and to pressurize the government to take steps to develop the province. So the chief objectives of the Sabha, which were presented in its objectives, were to represent. The first one is that to represent the aspiration of the people. To whom? The aspiration of the people. To whom? To the government. Now what is aspiration? Aspirations are the hopes. Aspirations are the hopes and the liking of the people. That is, when people find themselves in any kind of difficulty, then these people will hope certain things. Like now, as we are suffering under the lockdown period, we are hoping towards the government. We have a certain aspiration that this matter will be over as soon as possible and we will be free enough to work in our day life. So the another one is to explain the government. What to explain the government? That is the policies. What are the policies? The policies of the government. We need to know about the policies of the government. If we know the policies of the government, how the government is going to run the society, run the country in its different administrative divisions, then it will be easy for smooth running of the administration of the country, and also the people will find no difficulty in living their own life. Then again, to ameliorate the condition of the people. So ameliorate means, that means to improve, to develop. It is the government policy. How will the government will develop? Now the government is trying to develop the condition of the people by various different schemes like health services, educational services, and many other. So although the Sabha avoided coming into direct confrontation with the government, that means they don't want to fight against the government directly, but it raised the voice against exploitative government policies. Okay, so in those times the government used to exploit the Indian people in different way by huge taxes that through land revenue, Jorat Sar raised his voice against land revenue that reduce that is to demand to reduce the increased rate of land revenue. Another one is that it took the cause of the riot who protest against the enhancement of the revenue. In the last part of the discussion, we discussed of the Rayat Sabha who took the cause of the peasants for fighting against the government against the increased land revenue rate. So Ronald Sarma also took the cause of the riot who protested against the enhancements of the revenue. Then again, in 1893, the Sabha submitted a memorandum to the Royal Commission stating that is of opium protestation. Several themes for opium protested. The change of opium policies to stop opium. Opium is certain kind of intoxicant which are cultivated in the localities of Assam, in the state of Assam, and it is harming the people. So in this way, the Sabha was against the opium cultivation and also it protested. Then again, the Sabha was strongly against the partition of Bengal in 1905. In those times, remember that one, as the Sabha was started, and we have already studied in chapter 5 about partition of Bengal. As partition of Bengal in 1905, the Sabha was against it. So they opined the political future of the Assam would be endangered if Assam is annexed with East Bengal. This you will understand in the later part of the chapters when the Assam was also included in the East Bengal, and also Assam was struggling against the British government not to partition the Bengal province into two parts. So again, the then Commissioner of Assam, that is Pamphile Fuller, arrived at Guwahati. He was the Chief Commissioner of Assam in those times and explained how the partition of Bengal would benefit Assam. So he used to maneuver the situations, and at that time Manik Chandra Barua, the Secretary of Assamization, and Jagannath Barua, the President of Jorat Sar, were convinced to be benefited and gave up anti-British partition mentality. So in this way, the Sabha demanded the interests of the Assam people should be protected and that certain number of jobs would be reserved for them in the new province. The Sabha became weak after the death of Jagannath Sar. Always remember, we have studied there was a strong protest against the partition of Bengal all over India, and because of this partition, the British had to reunite Bengal province again. So in this regard, we can say that there was not a single benefit of partition of Bengal, as we have understood in chapter 1, by the chapter 1. But here, the association with the leaders like Jagannath Barua and Manik Chandra Barua were convinced by the discussion of Ben Fidel Fuller that there will be a benefit which will be given up when the Bengal partition would be anti-Bengal partition mentally would be given up. So in this way the Sabha demanded for its own Assamese people should be protected, and that certain numbers of jobs should be reserved for that. Now their theme was contained it for their own community, for the state of Assam only. Like Aham Sabha that I have already mentioned, that Padmanath Borua had struggled hard for their own community to develop the condition of the Ahom people, giving separate system, giving separate privileges to the Ahom people. So in this way, like Aham Sabha was completely weakened after Padmanath Borua's death. So in this way, this was also after Jagannath Borua's death, the Sabha became very weak and it survived till upon 1921. As a result, the Sabha could not continue as a whole. So in this regard, I have discussed about this thing, and if you have any questionnaires about this part, you may ask in the next class after watching this one. I am making this video short that it will be easy for you to watch it, and it will take several more time, few more videos to finish these chapters. So next day we will continue with that Assam Association. Assam Association, and also continuing with the Assam Association was included in Assam Provincial Congress Committee, and thereby these Assam Provincial Congress Committee has contributed a lot in struggling against the British government in various movements that we have studied in chapter 1 and chapter 2. For the time being, I remain. Thank you, and I hope so you will try to understand and you will share your questionnaires with me in my WhatsApp.